People, it's time to wrap up the year 2022. A whole lot of stuff has happened this year, and a lot of cool HalfLife/Valve related community projects have either been unveiled, updated, or even released. You can learn about a bunch of them by looking at our back catalog of videos from this year. Now, just like last year, I wanted to end this year as well with a video about what we think are the best projects that are released, received media updates, have been announced, or just what we've played. It may not always seem like it, but there are a bunch of people working behind the scenes to make LambdaGeneration tick, and all of us have different opinions. We're not just a YouTube channel after all, we're also behind the LambdaGeneration social media channels, the community website, the Lambda Builds mapping competition, and more. So let's hear about what the LambdaGeneration team thinks are the best Valve-related community projects from 2022.
LambdaGeneration.
Alright, before we really get started here, you should know that these are our opinions, that this isn't a competition of any kind, and that our picks don't necessarily have to be mods released this year, just what we discovered or played this year. Alright, that's all you need to know. Enjoy the video. Let's get the big one out of the way first. Weste, Deads, and David have both chosen for Entropy 02, one of the biggest, if not the biggest mod release in 2022. This mod release is so big, in fact, it won the ModDB Mod of the Year award. Congratulations! Honestly, I wasn't expecting anything else. They absolutely deserve it. In case you're not sure what Entropy 02 is, let me give you a quick rundown. In Entropy 02, you play as everybody's favorite Combine elite called Bad Cop, while he's on an epic adventure to obtain a life-sized package with a name: Judith Mossman. She's apparently holding up inside of a facility owned by Arbeit Communications. Will Bad Cop be able to obtain Judith Mossman without a track and trace code? Will we be able to unravel the mysteries laying underneath Arbeit's facility? And will Radio Guy get a promotion at the end of the game? Play it for yourself and see. I asked the team for comments on their choice. Not everyone was able to provide that, but Dads sure did. Here's what he had to say. I play-tested the alpha around 2020 and it was already turning out to be a blast. Then the Breadmen really outdid themselves with the final release, taking everything up to 11. Almost retail quality, with some of the best squad combat implemented in any game, never mind mods. An interesting storyline that makes you especially care about a character like Wilson. Fun new weapons and gadgets to play with. Highly detailed and well-crafted environments that always feel like they belong, and a stellar cast of voice acting makes this my top play of 2022. Well said, Dads. Well said. Oh, and Weste has something to say too. I love the different dynamic of being the villain in the game and seeing through the eyes of the Combine/Metro Police, since it's very refreshing and well written. It has Wilson in it. Check out Entropy 02 by following the link in the description below. Magic Nipples and Alyx have both chosen Half-Life Field Intensity as their favorite mod of 2022, and I kinda see why. Let me give you a rundown about what Field Intensity is about. Half-Life Field Intensity is a mod for the original Half-Life that puts you in the boots of a HECU Marine trying to make their way through the Black Mesa research facility. The mod features about 5 to 10 hours of gameplay and has a whopping 34 maps in total. If you want to know a little bit more about Field Intensity, you can watch my full video on it. Click the card in the top right corner now to get to it. Magic Nipples didn't have a whole lot extra to add to his pick besides him thinking it deserves more recognition. And I think he might be right. I don't see a whole lot of people talking about this mod. Alyx has some of his opinions to add though. I felt the mod was a really good fan expansion that had level design quality akin to Valve/Gearbox during their Gold Source era, with the signature run things should live progression from a good balance of puzzles, story, and combat. I personally loved how the mod stuck to the retail Half-Life style and stitched together areas from all of the original Half-Life games and expansions and added to the Black Mesa facility lore, in the same way Gearbox did. Thanks for the words, Alyx. If this got you interested in Field Intensity, then check out the link in the description to play it. It has even gotten some updates since its release. Next on the list is Centaurium and his pick, Half-Life Alyx Levitation. Levitation is a mod for the VR-only Half-Life Alyx that puts you back in the shoes of Alyx right after the events of the main game. Apparently, the G-Men thought that Alyx, her mission, wasn't complete yet. In her absence, a weird-looking floating, or levitating, building was spotted in the Sector X region of City 17. Two Resistance members decided to have a peek inside of the floating building, but their signals went dead. Alyx must now take it upon herself, and with the help of Russell, to save these Resistance members from whatever dangers might lurk inside. The mod was created by FM Pone, known for his super good-looking CSGO maps, and Corey Lado, who you may know from some iconic Source 2 filmmaker animations, including the G-Man version of Once in a Lifetime. And it looks incredibly amazing. I can't believe I haven't played this yet. I gotta keep it brief for now though, due to time constraints, so I suggest you check this mod out if you can. I certainly will if I don't frickin' forget about it this time. I'm sorry, it's just that my VR headset is somewhere in the corner, collecting dust. Link is in the description below to download part 1. It's time for Crawlik's pick of 2022, and it's not a Half-Life related mod this time. Well, it depends on how you look at it actually. His pick is Portal Isolophobia, a mod created by YouTube colleague and map maker Ozzy Flowell. Now, full disclosure, I actually have never heard of this mod before, but apparently it's pretty good. In Portal Isolophobia, you play through a test chamber that's supposedly an experimental take on an open world kind of map inspired by the liminal space vibe that has been making the rounds on the internet. The map apparently has no real ending, and the player is encouraged to explore it as much as they'd like. Definitely sounds super experimental, and apparently it's not super long either. It's a pretty bite-sized map, but that doesn't mean it's not worth playing, so check it out if you want to. I left a link in the description below. Valkyrie has picked Desolation as his favorite mod for 2022. Even though it's not out yet, there's a lot of stuff already out about it, at least from what I can see on its official ModDB page, and it looks incredibly promising. Set many years after the ending of Portal 2, Desolation tells the story of a cybernetically enhanced test subject named Diana Mendez. After getting hurt, majorly, she's fitted with Aperture's Braze cybernetic system, which features a full suite of robotic upgrades, including an integrated portal device right in her arm. From this concept art, she looks incredibly badass. Not everything is hunky-dory from there though. A thread emerges and she must now embark on a journey to uncover Aperture's mysterious past, and maybe even that of her own. Now, I'm not going to say much more about this mod because I actually intend to make a full video on it in the future, but here's a little bit about what Valkyrie has to say about it. It's a Portal mod on the scale and quality of what I'd expect from a Portal 3. I left a link in the description below so you can check this project out for yourself. Yeetus Nagus has chosen Black Mesa Classic as their mod for the year 2022. In case you're not aware of what Black Mesa Classic is, then allow me to explain. Black Mesa Classic is a demake of Black Mesa, the remake of the original Half-Life on the Gold Source engine. Originally, the project was meant to let people with lower-end computers enjoy the new level designs and features of Black Mesa without their computer spontaneously combusting like a lemon. But nowadays, the project has extended a little bit and they're trying to do new things with the Gold Source engine as well. It's actually a pretty cool project. Earlier this year, they released a demo version of the We've Got Hostiles chapter that you can play right now. I even made a pretty popular video on it back when it released. If you haven't seen it yet, then I highly recommend you to check it out to gain some more information on what this project is about. And of course, I left a link in the description below to the official ModDB page, so you can check it out right there as well. But Mitch, what's your favorite mod of the year? Oh, don't act like you didn't see the title card. Black Mesa Blue Shift must have been my favorite thing to play this year. They recently had a massive release with Chapter 4 Captive Freight and, well, I really enjoyed it. Black Mesa Blue Shift, by the way, is a remake of the original Half-Life Blue Shift on the Black Mesa engine, and it's quite impressive. They're even getting some help from Crowbar Collective on the promotion side of things, and even some developers and voice actors are helping out. I really liked most of the gameplay, and I thought the way the story was being told was really amazing. Characters are actually fleshed out this time around, and I really do love anything with great character writing. And this mod does seem to tick that box for me. Is it perfect? No, but it comes darn close to me. The other project I may have picked this year was Entropy 02, but I'm in it, so it wouldn't exactly be fair to pick that as my favorite. And besides, we already have a bunch of others that picked it, so I just wanted to bring something else to the table. But yeah, I already did a big video on this recently, so if you want to see more of my opinion on Black Mesa Blue Shift, then click the card in the top right to get to it. I recommend you give it a watch. And of course, I linked the official ModDB page in the description below for you to check out. Otis would want you to do it, so if you're not doing it for me, do it for Otis. Alright folks, that's it for 2022. Man, what a year this was. Some stuff certainly happened. Some stuff was really, really bad, but there was also some good stuff in there, but it was mostly just bad. Let's hope that 2023 doesn't get even worse, but if it does, we always have this community to look to for some comfort. What is your favorite mod of 2022? Doesn't necessarily have to be one that released this year, just something you discovered counts too. Let me know in the comments. I'll be reading all of them. And that's going to be it from me. I just wanted to thank you all for a great 2022, at least here on YouTube. It's been a highly experimental experience for me as I'm trying to figure out the best format for these videos, but I think I got something going now, although my videos could always use some improvements. I'm really thankful for all of you who are watching and showing your support though. It really does mean a lot to me, seriously. Now, let's crack open that 2023 and hope it doesn't stink.
LambdaGeneration.